Hey folks, I'm standing here in front of my Douglas-Manna Feeder. I saw this at a trade show and decided that it was something I had to have, not just for feeding the deer and trying to pull in and maintain a little bit of a population of deer here on my property, but also for some of the livestock. So I've got a pair of goats over here in the distance, mostly feed them straw, or decent hay. I got a couple of chickens, but these two pigs that I'm standing here in front of their enclosure were the main reason I was looking at the feeder. We'll leave for vacation from time to time. We'll have a long weekend away. We'll go visit family. Don't want to be out here every morning, well, 2 or 3 times a day, dumping food for these guys, and they're getting to a size now where trying to fatten them up, get them ready for processing. So really looking to feed them 4 or 5 times a day. And I found that using the Douglas-Manna Feeder, that if I get this thing filled up, I can have it feeding on 8 different cycles for 20 seconds at a time. So it'll put enough food down on the ground that it'll fatten these 2 guys up very, very well. Probably overfeeding them a little bit with 8 cycles, so you could potentially have 3 animals in here working off of the same feeder, but it seems to work really, really well right now for the 2 I've got and the stage they're at. When these were smaller animals, I was able to cut the feedings back to 2 or 3 a day and slow the timer down a little bit. But once again, right now this feeder on full tilt, as much food as it'll kick out. Last me 5 to 7 days filled up. The thing holds 350 pounds of food, so it's just been a lifesaver for me, being able to maintain these pigs without having to be out here 4 or 5 times a day. We left for a family vacation not too long ago, and once again we were able to just fill this thing up and let it loose, and it's been consistent. Never once jammed up on us, never had any challenges with it. We had sweet feed mixed with dry feed, and none of it ever gummed up. We've got a couple of buckets that we had out here under it, and of course the pigs want to push all that away and eat right off the ground. So it's optimal for what we're doing here. The nice thing is I'm getting ready to take at least one of these pigs to the processor. I think as soon as that happens, I'm going to move this out into the deer woods and start pulling in the deer to where I want to see them. So the Douglas-Manna Feeder has been, once again, a godsend. It's really lightweight aluminum, easy to use. So my intent is to once again get it out in the woods and just keep the deer moving to me. So if you guys get an opportunity, take a look at the Douglas-Manna Feeders. It is a fantastic product.